Now, we are going to discuss the Navigator class of Flutter. Okay, so the Navigator class is used when we are going to navigate from one page to another. As you can see here, it is defined as the framework's navigation system. Okay, so meaning if ever that we want to transfer from one page to another, so we are going to use here a Navigator class. Okay, so it manages the navigation stack. So take note of the term navigation stack, which represents the hierarchical structure of the user interface in a Flutter app. Okay, and it allows us to push and pop pages onto and off the navigation stack. Okay, so that we could understand it further, I have created here a very simple image so that we could understand well how the navigation stack works. Okay, so let us say we have here our navigation stack. Take note that the navigation stack contains the pages of our app. Okay, so currently in my navigation app I have two pages. Okay, we have the main page and we have the second page. Okay, now if ever I'm going to push the third page, this page is going to stay on top of the stock. Okay, so if ever we are now on the third page and I'm going to issue the command pop, Flutter is going to remove the third page, remove it from the stock, then it is going to show the second page. Okay, and if ever I'm going to pop again the second page, it is going to remove the second page from the stack, then what will remain would be the main page, and that's what we could see then as the current page in our app. And even actually with the drawer and the alert dialog, they are actually pushed into the stack. When we open the drawer, it is pushed into the stock. Okay, that is going then to display on top of the stack of our screen. Then if ever we pop it, then it is going to be removed from the stack. Okay, and if ever we're still going to pop our main page, then the application is going to close. Okay, so that's the function of the Navigator class. It manages the pages within our app, and that enables us also to navigate from one page to another. And another class that is being used is we have the MaterialPageRoute. Okay, it is a class that defines a route that uses material page transition animations. Okay, although in our video for today we're just going to use the default transition of the MaterialPageRoute, because if ever you want to have your own transition, so we're going to define a builder for the transition, and that is now out of the scope of our topic for this video. Okay, so I'm going to show you now on how are we going to work with the Navigator class. Okay, so as of now we have only one page into our app. Okay, what's the name of our page? We have main.dart. Okay, so what we are going to do here so that we could navigate is I'm going to create another page. So here, new file, click, then I'm just going to call it second page.dart. Okay, so as you can see here, we have now our second page. This is our main page and our second page. So I'm just going to use code snippet. I'm just going to have a stateless widget. Okay, the second page is going to return a stateless widget. So we have here an error. Okay, so we're just going to have a quick fix here. It is actually the import statement. Okay, then I'm going to return a scaffold. Then in our scaffold, I'm going to have here an up bar with a title, text, second page. And the body is going to contain the text, okay, so we have here a very simple page. Okay, so it is a second page. Take note of the name of our class, second page, with capital S and capital P. Okay, then we have the constructor, never mind yet the constructor. Then we have, it returns a scaffold, okay, that contains an up bar which has a second page, text on it, and a body of this text. Okay, so from our main page, so we are going to issue here our command. And how are we going to push? Okay, we're going to push the second page into our stack using now our navigator. Okay, so I'm going to use now my button here for the text button. Okay, we have it here. The text button, let us say open second page. Then I'm going to open it here. On the onPress event, I'm going to open our second page. As I've said, we are going to use here the class Navigator. Okay, Navigator, that since we are going to open, so we are going to have the push. Okay, so Navigator.push, then we are going to issue here the context. Okay, so we are going to use here our current context. Then we have the route. So with our route, we are going to use here, okay, I'm going to arrange it first. Okay, so I'm going to use here the material page route. Okay, now our material page route needs a builder. So what I'm going to do here, it is actually a callback. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to assign here a variable named context, because later on we are going to use this context so that we could pop, okay, this page from the stock. Okay, so here context, then we have the curly brace, the body, then we are going to return our second page. Okay, comma, save. Okay, I think that's it. So after I save that, then I'm going to reload. Then we have here now open. The text button now contains the text open second page. So as I click on the open second page, so as you can see, we are now on the second page. So this is now the page that we have defined here. And as you can see also on our up bar, we have an automatic leading button here, which is going to be used as the back button. So when I'm going to click on back, so it returns to the previous page. Okay, open, then back. Now, how about if ever I'm going to have my up bar, I'm going to assign a leading icon. Okay, icons dot star. Save, reload. So you could see here now our star. Okay, but it doesn't have But when I click on this one, we could not go back to the previous page. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a buttons. Actually, I could actually also issue the command here for the pop. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create here a button that is going to return us to the previous page. Okay, so on our text here, I'm going to wrap it with column, and my column I'm going to wrap it with center. Okay, so that here I could have, I'm just going to use an elevated button. Okay, and in my child I'm going to use a text that says back. Save and reload. Okay, so we have it there now. So what I'm going to do here next is I'm going now to issue the command for the navigation, so that it could go back to our previous page. So just like with our other example, we have the alert dialog and the drawer. We are still going to use the navigator so that we could close our current page. Okay, so we have here navigator dot, okay, the command here is we have pop. Okay, pop. So what I'm going to pop here, so I'm going to have this context. Okay, so we have context. Okay, so this command here is going to close the current page, or it is going to pop the current page from the stack. Then it is going to display then the main page, which is the page just below this page on the stack. Okay, so save and reload. Okay, so as I click on the back to main, so as you could see, we are now back on the main. But what actually we did, what Flutter did there, is when we issued the command navigator.pop, it removed the second page from the stack, so that what will appear then on the screen is our main page. Okay, so to return it here, so we just have to push. Okay, push again the second page, and to remove it, we are going to have the pop command. Okay, so here actually, when we open this one, so you could do whatever you want now. You could issue, or you could use any widget that you like, just like what we did with our main page. Okay, so if you have another page, a third page, so you could just create here a third page, then just issue then the command push. Okay, so that we could open then our third page. Okay, so I'm just going to show you here. On top, we have that before, and when we have actually issued the command for the second page, automatically Dart adds the import statement here. Okay, so if ever we are going to remove this page or this line here, we are going to get an error on the navigation. There it is. Okay, here it is going, we are going to have an error, because if ever that line there on line number 2, the import statement would be removed, Flutter would not recognize this second page class. Okay, so take note, this is the name of our class. From here, it is called second page with capital S and capital P. So here we have capital S and capital P, and it is used with uh, open and close parentheses. Okay? So that's how are we going to navigate from one page to another in Flutter.